In today's video, I'm bringing you on site and we're talking about something that could get you in big trouble if you're unaware of how to handle these types of situational customer interactions. I'm also going to talk about two critical key pieces of information that are going to help you in the field when you're dealing with these types of situations. And if you stick around until the end of this video, I'm going to show you the email that I sent back to this customer after we got done looking at this job site. Be sure to remember this information because it could save you thousands of dollars in the long run. Don't leave this video after 2 minutes. Stay until the end, retain the information. It's going to be helpful for you. Let's get to the video.
What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be bringing you with me to do a site walkthrough. I got a call that came in off of our Google My Business profile listing. And if you guys are interested in how we optimize our Google My Business profile listing for maximum results that puts us at the top of the search rankings in Google to drive organic traffic, be sure to check out the How to Stripe course. It will be the first link in the pinned comment section and the description. With this job, the customer has a particular request. I got a call from them. They sent me a sketch, but they did not have approved plans by the city. And I cannot stress this enough. This is something that you guys need to constantly ask your customers as it pertains to new layouts with these parking lot striping jobs is, do you have plans that have been approved by the city? Because this customer asked for something specific that I need to get approval for. Now, if I didn't know better and I just came out here and striped the job, if the wrong person found out the circumstances, I could get in trouble. But I'm gonna tell you that later on in this video. So, as you can see right here, it is a new slab of concrete. We are walking over here. As you can see right here on the layout, you have the building that is to the east. You have your layout that is to the west. And essentially, what they want is angled parking on both sides on the west of this building going down this way. If we do decide to use this job and we get the proper channels of approval, most likely we will utilize this right here as our center line if they're okay with that. Now, this concrete looks freshly poured. That was my next question for the customer is, has the concrete been properly cured? You never want to come out here on these parking lot striping jobs a day after they have poured concrete and tried to stripe, because if you come out here and stripe before the pH levels in the concrete have properly cured, it's gonna flake up. It doesn't matter if you use solvent-borne paint or if you use waterborne paint, it's gonna flake up if the concrete has not properly cured. That needs to be your next question. So not only are you asking, do you have site plans that have been properly approved by the city, but your next question is, has the surface been properly cured for the application of the paint can be provided. So as you can see right here, not too complex of a layout while we're looking at it. But what was interesting about it is the fact that the customer said they have been given permission to use this alleyway. Now, this alleyway is somebody's property. This is obviously in an easement, as you see these power lines. So this is a utility easement that is coming through here, okay? Now, she included inside of the sketch the alleyway, and she said they have been given approval to utilize this alleyway.
If you're looking to level up and cash in on some big ticket customers, then consider checking out the How to Stripe marketing pack, where people like Garrett that got $18,000 worth of work off of what he learned from the training said, "It's all good, bro, no worries. I've already made $18K this off season in the past month from using your marketing videos. I'm more than satisfied." Or like John that made $15K from the training. He said, I've landed over $15,000 on 2 jobs in less than a week using the marketing technique you teach in your online course. I'm waiting to hear back from 4 more potential customers who got bids. I can't believe it. By far the cheapest, easiest, and best results I've got from advertising for my company. Thanks for making the course available. Or like Jamie that landed a $34,000 school district. He said, I'm so happy. Just got confirmed I landed a $36,000 school job. I'm so happy. 7 schools in total starting sometime next week. And right now, we're doing a discount for the marketing pack. So if you send me a text message or an email letting me know that you've seen this video and want access to the marketing pack, we can get it to you. That way you can start leveling up and landing bigger customers. All right, let's get back to the video.
As the sketch, you can see that the 2 parking areas are going this way from the west side of the building, and then you see the alleyway. But the thing is I think what they're wanting to do is stripe this layout, but then put the other angled parking inside of this alleyway. And that would be a big mistake. That is not something that I am comfortable doing, because for the simple fact, if you make a mistake and you put parking where it shouldn't go, you put lines on someone else's property, you put parking areas on the inside of an easement, that could be a significant problem. Not to say that it couldn't be done, but you would definitely need that documentation that the proper channels have been approached, they have approval, and that you're not going to be striping on someone else's property, especially if you got stripes going down through here and this is an easement and you have, you know, a gas company, an electric company, and a water company all coming down through here to do work, and they've got people that's parked in their easements because you just go ahead and put some stripes against this fence to make a quick buck. Well, guess what? If something happens as a contractor, it's always your responsibility. That's why you have to properly educate the customer. I'm sure a bunch of guys wouldn't mind just putting lines through here, no big deal, and then charging a bunch of money. Of course, we do not do that. So if cars were going down through here at an angle, you run the risk of someone bumping into this power pole. So just be aware of that when you come out and quote these jobs, that this isn't an easement, a power pole's right here. This is someone else's property, this alleyway, right? So I'm not too sure if they're wanting us to use this line or whatever the case may be, but always be sure that you have approached the proper, always be sure that you have the proper approval before you just come out and paint lines on the ground. Never be too desperate just to get a customer and make a quick buck, because you don't want to make a mistake and then it's a mistake that you're continuously paying for, because you don't want someone to make it look like you were negligent or that you didn't follow the code or you had this infraction. And people will spin that in their favor and make it look like you're the one that has made the mistake. It's happened to me several times. It happened to me last week whenever I was doing a striping job. We got approval. Everybody was on the same page before I laid the lines out, okay? And then a manager came. Obviously, I wasn't talking with the branch manager, but the manager came and tried to tell me that that wasn't where it was supposed to be put. And of course, my response is, before I ever laid down a stripe, it was approved by not only the marshal, but also your employee as well. So keep that in mind, that people will try to make you be at fault, because if they can direct the responsibility elsewhere from them, they can deflect it from them and direct it to you, and then hold you responsible for the quote-unquote mistake, even though you followed the proper channels. People will do that. Just have an understanding that that will happen, and just guard yourself from that. So as you can see right here, I don't think that there'd be it's not going to be too complicated to put angled parking. I just don't know if we're going to use, 45 degree or 60 degree. I think we would just probably use 45 degree angled parking. and put that center line there and then that parking on each side. But we'll have to measure this slab. But I mean, we might be able to fit, you know, our line right here. We might be able to put our center line right here. And I don't see why we couldn't put cars parked right here, utilizing this concrete line right here, even though
if you guys already got your business up and running, but you still don't have a customer contract put in place, that can be very dangerous. That's why we've got a 3-part legal pack that includes a customer contract, change order, as well as a certificate of completion. And you can have access to these documents that I paid an attorney a substantial amount of money for a fraction of the cost. If you want access to the legal pack for 50% off, then all you have to do is send me an email or a text message letting me know that you've seen this in the video, and we'll give you that discount. That way you can be prepared and protected in the case of any problems that may arise. Let's get back to the video.
it is slightly in the alleyway. Maybe that is what they were talking about. So just having that good understanding. See, still in the alleyway. Anyways, just having a good understanding of what it is that you're doing, making sure that your plans have been approved by the city, making sure that you're not just coming out here striping jobs without having a basic understanding of the concept of new layouts. We teach all those things within the How to Stripe course. If you guys are interested in that, feel free to check out the first link in the pinned comment section and the description.
All right, y'all, so as promised, I'm going to show you the email that I sent to the customer. Remember this information. I said, went to the site yesterday. Congratulations on the new building. I wanted to say thank you so much for the opportunity. In the case of it being a new construction layout, unfortunately, I'm not able to stripe this unless there are plans that have been approved by the city. Reason being is if there have been updates to codes that I haven't been made aware of, or any possible fire lane updates are required, if I go out and put this on the ground without the right data or in the utility easement, I'm not saying it will, but it could cause issues in the event of an inspector wanted to cause a problem. I will have to decline this unless approved by the city. We are dealing with a similar situation right now where it wasn't official. There was a discrepancy between the city and the property owner, and since we already performed the work, but since the proper channels were not put in place and the paint is already on the ground, they are avoiding payment due to the circumstances. Now, let me explain. This is something that we're going through right now. I went out to a property and called the fire marshal, called the property owner. All three of us were in agreement to where it was supposed to be put on the ground, and I did not stripe anything until the fire marshal and the property owner could agree. Well, once I striped that property, after the fire marshal and the property owner agreed to where we should put it, then a couple weeks later, they called me back and said that this layout is not going to work. Well, I go out there and I restripe it, and then I bill them again for $1,500, and then they respond with, can you work with us on the pricing? This wasn't how it was supposed to go in the first place. And what they tried to do was shift the blame on me and tried to make it look like it was my negligence and my irresponsibility is the reason why it's striped that way, which is not the case. I'm going to be making a video about that later on, but it's always important that you go through the proper channels because, guys, because believe it or not, these people will have you do jobs their way, and then when it fails inspection or when it doesn't pass code, they will try to make you assume the responsibility for the mess up. We're dealing with this right now. So it's out there, it happens, and I just want you guys to have the right information to prepare for situations that happen like this so you can learn and grow in your striping business. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell icon, and we will see you in the next video.